This video is for Desert Outlaw. Sorry it's taken me so long to get it ready for you, but this is how to make turtles at home. I pulled up a few things to see what we're using and what turtles cost now. You can make a whole bunch more making them at home than you can buy them in the box. And they're not that hard to make. You're going to start out with a bag of pecans. You can get the chopped pecans. And you're going to put those on a pan. I put them on the parchment paper. You're going to put those in the oven for about 10 minutes on 200 degrees. That gets them softened up a little bit. Now once you've removed those, after your 10 minutes, you're going to let them cool, and you're going to put them into small piles. And once you've done that, you've got Werther's candy that you can get. It's the soft caramel candies, and they're usually individually wrapped. So you just want to unwrap those and then you flatten them out. I use my roller because it's easier on my hands. But you can flatten them out, get them soft, and then on these little piles you're making, you're going to just lay that caramel on top of it like that. So you can make the piles as big, however you want to. We've got 16 pieces of caramel. So once you get these into piles on how many pieces you want, you're going to put this back in the oven. Again, it's only like 200 degrees, and you're only going to do 4 to 5 minutes on this with the caramel on top of them. And then we'll be back in just a minute when I get this finished up, and I'll show you what we do next. Okay, so I just got these back out of the oven. So we have to let them cool a little bit because you don't want to mess with them while they're too hot. Otherwise the chocolate and everything won't stick good. So while these are cooking and before you get started, you want to get your chocolate ready. I just use an almond bark chocolate that's melting chocolate, and you can get a melter like this that melts your chocolate. I just picked this up at Goodwill. I think I only paid like $1 or $2 for it. But you set it on melt or warm. Once it's melted, you can just leave it warm. So you want to make sure your chocolate's all melted. Now you can use a double boiler, you can use the microwave. There's several ways to melt chocolate, but this is the way that I do it. So once we get here, we've got our chocolate melted. We've got our parchment paper, and we have our turtles. So now we're just going to dip them and finish them off. So all you're going to do is you can get a fork or something flat that you can dip them into your chocolate with. And then you're just going to scoop up your melted caramel and pecan pieces and just dip it down in there. Make sure you cover it up good. And set it down on your parchment. Now one of the things you want to be careful of, and the reason why you want to melt your caramel over your pecans, is so that the pecans will stick with the caramel when you go to dip them. Sometimes your pecans will come off if they're not stuck with the caramel very good. And then you just can turn it. Just kind of get the chocolate on it good. Hopefully without losing everything. That one started to come apart. But one of the good things you can do here is you can just dip that pecan right back over there with your chocolate on it. And once that cools, it'll stick. You're just covering it up good. Pulling it out. Putting it on your paper. Now you want to let these cool on the counter, or if you have room in your fridge, you can put them in your fridge until they get good and cold. And they can be stored in an airtight container. Ours don't last that long. Frog likes them. I like them. And these aren't hard on me. I can eat these, as you know, moderately with my belly and sugar issues. As long as I don't eat a whole bunch of them at one time, they don't hurt me. And now, if you're real creative and want to, you can take extra time and make them into turtle shapes or heart shapes or whatever your heart desires. Take your time and be creative if you want to. I just like getting in and getting it done. But that one didn't stick too good. I got too much underneath it. It's kind of a, you know, practice makes perfect. If you figure out, if you use the bigger pecans, they stick better. And you use, you know, figure out how many pecans to put under each piece of caramel. And then that'll change too how they stick together. These were the rest of my chopped pecans. So they're little pieces and they're not sticking together very well. But we'll get it. They don't have to be perfect. They're edible. Aren't they, baby?
Yes, ma'am.
Frog's helping me record this to make it easier. Oh. I'll grab up some of these pecans and put underneath this one. See, you can fix them too while you're dipping them to help a little bit. Like I said, once they cool and that chocolate, that's good. Once they cool and the chocolate sets, then they'll be fine. See, that one stuck better. Most of the pecan stayed under that one. So we got 16 out of this batch. I used, this isn't my first batch I've made with the ingredients that I had. So you can get quite a bit more and then just make as many as you want at a time. And wrap up like my chocolate. I had some already that was in the refrigerator, so I only used a little bit of my new bar. So I just close that up good, put it in the refrigerator, and it'll stay until I'm ready to make more chocolate candy. And this, you can use different types of chocolate. You know, they've got Ghirardelli's or Ghirardelli's, something like that. But it's a really sweet chocolate. And the almond bark seems to have a different taste. It's not quite as sweet as other types of melting chocolate.
Yeah, it doesn't give you that sugar buzz.
So it's just your own preference. You can use the pieces and the types that you want to. And I'm sure, you know, there's other types of caramel you can use as well. This is just a really quick and easy way to get turtles. And then they'll dry, or they'll get set, and then you know, you can take the little edges off if you want to, or set them up how you want. So sorry it took so long, Desert, to get you the video, but I hope you can make some and you like them. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.
And please like, subscribe, and leave Lolly a comment.